About a month ago, I made a highlight video of Zion and it did really well. So I decided to look back on that video and I went through the comments and noticed quite a lot of people saying the same stuff. Some people were saying how great he is, other people were saying how I clickbaited, but I noticed quite a lot of people saying how overrated he is. So as a huge Zion fan, I'm going to be explaining why I believe Zion's legacy is just getting started. In order to prove that Zion is not overrated, I'm going to try disproving people that think he is overrated. So I went on YouTube and came across a video by a guy named KC3. He doesn't just think Zion is overrated, but I'm pretty sure he actually hates him.
But people need to get off this man's I've never seen a more overhyped prospect. He has done all to be gaining all this attention. Athleticism isn't all that. LiAngelo Ball's a bum, Zion's a bum.
So obviously this guy is a little annoyed at Zion fans, but he actually makes some good points throughout the video. He talks about how athleticism doesn't equal a good player, which is true, but when someone has the ridiculous athleticism that Zion does, it honestly only takes a little bit of basketball skill to be a good player. At 285 pounds with a 40-inch vertical, his skill set that he has is all he needs. He also talks about how there has recently been many players similar to Zion. He specifically said Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett. Just by comparing their college stats, Zion beats them in almost every category. He even has almost double the assists, steals, and blocks. Zion even has a 23% higher shooting percentage than Andrew Wiggins. So in my opinion, these players aren't similar at all. Zion is much better. Another point he made is that players like Ja Morant and Rui Hachimura are just as good or even better than Zion. Hachimura is a very underrated player and is better than Zion at fundamentals and shooting, but is simply outclassed as a forward. This is also Zion's first year at college, so his fundamentals shouldn't be as good as Hachimura, who is a junior. Zion's potential is also much higher than Hachimura, who I don't think will improve nearly as much in the NBA. Now when talking about Ja Morant, his stats are really good, but while playing in one of the worst conferences in Division I, I would expect that a potential lottery pick would get most of the shots. Having worse teammates only means that they will be more reliant on Morant. The guy who made the video also said that Morant doesn't have the teammates and coaching that Zion does. While this may be true, playing against potential NBA players is much harder than playing against dudes who barely play Division I. I have yet to bring up the biggest controversy around Zion, and it's that he doesn't have a solid jump shot. Prior to January, his field goal percentage outside the paint was only 37.5%. There are a few reasons why this doesn't worry me though. First off, when Zion was playing in high school, he was awful at shooting. But in college, he is starting to be trusted shooting open threes, and I can tell he's determined to become a better shooter. Another reason his shot isn't a huge problem is because he already has the ability to be successful in the NBA without one. Just look at Giannis or Ben Simmons for example. They both are freakishly athletic, just like Zion, and don't need a jump shot to compete at the highest level. So those are all the reasons I believe Zion is not overrated and will be a great NBA player. If you disagree with what I've said in this video, comment down below because I am a little bit biased towards Zion.